It was 8:03 a.m. on a quiet Wednesday morning when Judge Aaliyah Vance walked out of her apartment building and stopped cold. Her car was completely smashed in, windows shattered, tires slashed. The hood was bashed in like someone had used a crowbar with pure hate, and tucked neatly under the wiper, fluttering in the breeze, was a note. Before we continue, let us know what country you are watching from down below. And don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more stories just like this. She picked it up. Her hands trembled as she read the words scrolled in thick black marker. Stay quiet, or next time, it's not just the car. Aaliyah Vance wasn't just a judge. She was a federal judge, one of the youngest ever appointed in her state. Smart, calm, and respected by most. But not everyone liked a woman of color sitting at the highest bench of justice, especially Officer Kyle Jennings, a white cop with a record of using threats, fear, and false arrest to control people. He didn't like Aaliyah not because she had wronged him in court, not because she disrespected him, but because she existed in a place of power he didn't think she deserved. 2 weeks before the car attack, Aaliyah had thrown out a case where Kyle arrested a young man for loitering. She'd reviewed the footage. No crime, no cause. She called it out for what it was: racial profiling. Kyle was furious. That same day in the hallway of the courthouse, he stared Aaliyah down and said through clenched teeth, "You think your robe makes you untouchable? Watch yourself." She thought it was just a tantrum, but then came the note and the wrecked car. Still, Aaliyah didn't panic. She didn't cry. She stood straight, turned around, and walked right back inside to call someone powerful. And no, it wasn't the police. What Kyle didn't know was that Aaliyah never moved alone. After years of working high-stakes cases, she had connections, serious ones. Her best friend since law school, Ethan Cole, worked in the Department of Justice's Internal Affairs Division, and he didn't like dirty cops. Ethan arrived at her building that same day. After inspecting the car and hearing about the note, he said just 3 words: "Let's trap him." They installed cameras near her home, hidden microphones in her office. They even gave Aaliyah a new phone with a recording app ready to go. And right on cue, Kyle made his next move. That Friday, Aaliyah received another note. This one slipped under her courtroom door. It read, "Dismiss the Thompson case, or I leak everything about your brother's record. You'll be done." Now that part caught Aaliyah off guard. Her younger brother Liam had been arrested once when he was 19. A dumb mistake, but sealed and long behind them. How did Kyle even know? It didn't matter. He had crossed the line. Aaliyah played along. She pretended to be scared. She replied to his message through an anonymous number, pretending she wanted to meet and talk things out. The meeting spot was an old, quiet parking lot behind a hardware store. Aaliyah showed up, wired and ready. Kyle arrived in plain clothes, sunglasses, and that same smug attitude. "You do what I say," he said, leaning in close, "or your career's over." He had no idea every word was being recorded live, and that a black SUV was parked nearby with Ethan and 2 DOJ agents listening to everything. Just as Kyle finished his little speech about power and secrets, the black SUV pulled up fast, doors flying open. Ethan shouted, "Federal agents! Hands where we can see them!" Kyle turned pale. They cuffed him on the spot. "You have the right to remain silent," one agent said. "You set me up," Kyle yelled at Aaliyah. She didn't flinch. "You set yourself up the day you thought threatening a federal judge was a smart move." Back at the station, The evidence was overwhelming. Audio surveillance, text threats, and the note from the windshield with his fingerprints on it. Turns out, Kyle had done similar things to others in the past, but no one had the power to fight back. Until now. 2 weeks later, Judge Aaliyah Vance didn't just watch his trial. She testified. The courtroom was packed. Kyle sat in a cheap suit, his head low, while the charges were read aloud. Tampering with a federal officer, criminal destruction of property, blackmail, and making terroristic threats. The sentence, 20 years, no parole. And the judge who gave that sentence? A man of color Kyle once mocked in court. Instant justice. Kyle looked back one last time as the officers led him away. Aaliyah stood strong in her black robe, arms folded, expression calm. He mouthed one word, "Sorry," but it was too late.